Hey, some people had some questions about my virtual field trip that I did as a test review for my math class, so I wanted to answer some questions here. So these are the Google Slides that I created with that had the math questions on them. I sent it to my students in present mode, so it looked to them like this. They couldn't see any of the bars on the side. I started off with this practice problem, what is 2 plus 2? The other item they had to have open was this virtual form on Google Forms. So have what's your name, class period, and then what is 2 plus 2. So if they type in the correct answer, it tells them, good job, click the green cloud. So then they know to go to the green cloud. I put this in present mode, and it will take them to the next slide. Okay. Really, any of these will take you to the next slide. Just clicking will take you to the next slide, but that way they know they got the problem right was my goal. I said everybody should get 100 on this test review because it'll tell you if you get it wrong. If you get it wrong, it doesn't say anything. If I go back over to here, if I type in the wrong answer, nothing comes up. And so that's how the kids know they got it wrong, and then they had to go back and redo it. The way I set up this form to do this is I use something called conditional, what's it called? Or response validation. So I have the problem, what is 2 plus 2, the question up here. And then if you click these 3 little dots, response validation, oops, I just turned it off. And then you can change number, text, length. So I was saying a number. Now, Google Forms is set up so that if you get the problem wrong, it gives you an error message. But I wanted it so that when it got the problem right, they got a message. Not an error message, just saying, good job, click the whatever icon. And so instead of equal to 4, I put not equal to 4 because I was thinking in reverse because I wanted a message for when they got the answer correct instead of when they got the answer incorrect. So and then you type good job, click the green cloud. So that way, when they type in the right answer, it tells them where to go. So then it takes them through this map. There, I have recorded instructions for kids who need to listen to them over again, and then they start here. And this takes them to a map. So the first thing I start with is the welcome, and it's just a video walking into the park. I told the kids that the videos were kind of lengthy and that they probably wouldn't finish the activity in class if they watched all the videos. But they're more than welcome to do all the math problems and then go back and watch the videos at the end, or watch the videos for like a minute and then move on. Most of my kids did that. They said, I'm going to get all the math problems done, and then I'm going to watch the videos when I'm finished. And I was like, that sounds great. So they click back to the map, and we go to the first stop, which is the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So my test review was over rate of change and slope, so all my questions are pertaining to that. So, the wait time is 7 dwarfs is shown in the table below. I tried to have the question themed towards the question, or towards the ride. And then they find the answer, which the answer to this one was 4. Nope, sorry, wrong problem. 12. And then you see there's these icons on the side, and one of these icons will lead them to the next page. So they go back over to their form. They type in, oops, wrong one. This one. Type in the right answer. The correct answer was 12. And it says, correct, click on the apple. So then when they go back over to the slides, they click on the apple, and then they get to ride the ride. My favorite thing about this ride is that it's a 360 video, which means you can actually click and you can look around as you're riding it. I think this was the only one I was able to find, but of course you can embed any YouTube video on here. But a lot of the kids would watch for a minute, pause, okay, go to the next problem. And so they would just go problem by problem. I did 12 problems. My classes are about an hour and a half. It took most of the kids the full hour and a half to do all of these between watching the videos and doing the math problems. But if anybody has any other questions, feel free to ask. Oh, one more thing. So the only downside of setting up my form this way, where it gives them an error message for getting it correct, is that it wouldn't let the kids submit it. Like when they get to the very end, it says, you need to go back and change your answers because the program thinks that they got it wrong. So what I did is I just created a second form that had the correct answers, and I said, all right, now that you know you've gotten a 100, like you've gotten every single problem right, you know you have a 100. Go put your answers in this form, and that's the one I'm going to put in the grade book. And so it worked really well. The kids had no problem with that. You could also have them on paper, write up, okay, now that you know you checked your answers, you want to write them on paper and take a picture of it, whatever works best for your classroom. But if anybody has any suggestions about how to make this work with the messages that's different than my way, I would love to hear it. I plan on doing more virtual field trips in the future. The kids really liked it. I wore Mickey ears all day. I played Disney music for them. The Zoom kids got into it. They said their little siblings were, sitting next to them as they were watching the videos. But I hope you guys enjoy.